Yeah, welcome once more. You are all welcome to this channel. Yeah, welcome back to class. Okay, today we are going to treat on strange method. This is the third class. This is our third class. We have dealt with the first class, where we did about introduction to Python, commenting on Python, print statements, and variables. Then on our second class, we treated on data types, okay, and then numbers in Python. Then today's class, we are going to treat on strings method. Okay, strings method. Now, string method. Python has a set of built-in method that you can use on strings. Okay, there are a lot of built-in method that you can use on your strings. How you can manipulate your string and do a lot of things with strings. Okay, now examples of them are one, stripe. Okay, the stripe. The stripe method remove any white space from the beginning or the end. Okay, the word stripe removes any white space from beginning to the end. Okay, something like here, as you can see here, right here, there's a white space at the beginning of this hello world, and there's a white space at the end. Okay, at the end of this hello world, there's a white space here. Okay, the work of stripe is that it removes any white space from the beginning of a string to the end of the string, or on the end of the string. Okay, now if I should copy this, let's copy this and see. Okay, now let me press that which I copied. Yes, as you can see here, there's a white space here, there's a white space at the beginning, there's a white space at the end. So that's the work of stripe. Stripe will remove just the white space and return this. Okay, as you can see here, there's no white space here, there's no white space here. That's the work of stripe. Now I have setted a equals to hello world and I added a space. Now I want to print it out. Say print a dot stripe. You understand? Print a dot stripe. Okay, then close the brackets. Let me remove this to avoid confusion. Remember, this is commenting. For those that did from the beginning, this is commenting. This because of the presence of this hash, this block of code will not run. Okay, it's just like describing the code. This is what this is doing. It's just describing what will be the input. So our usual input is just our usual output is just this. Okay, this is just our print statement. Print a dot stripe only. It will just remove the white space and give you just the answer. Okay, as you can see here, there's no white space. White space are not included. You can see there's no white space. But if I should remove this stripe and print just a, let's see. You can see here now. You can see here now there's a white space. You can see there, and also here there's a white space. Okay, but initially there was not. If I should include dot stripe, the white space will just give away. Okay, and run it now. There will be no more white space. You can see there's no white space at the back, there's no white space at the end. Okay, that is what stripe does. We can do more things with stripe, like you can say z equal to a dot stripe. Okay, now print z. Still the same thing. Okay, now I've assigned this value on z. Now if I should print z, it will give me the same thing. It will print out the word and remove the spaces. Now what if I should include more spaces here, like if I should include more spaces here? Okay, now if I should still run this, those spaces will be removed. You can see there's no space here, there's no space at the beginning. If I should remove this dot stripe, the spaces will comfort. Okay, you can see there, you can see those spaces there. You can see a lot of space. Okay, that is what stripe does. It removes the spaces either from the beginning and then the end. Wherever there is a space on the beginning and the end, stripe will remove that. Okay, that's the work of stripe. Now another example of strings method is lower case. Okay, lower method. The lower method removes the string in uppercase. Okay, it returns the strings in uppercase. Sorry, the lower method returns the strings in lowercase. Okay, we are still on string method. Now what happens here? You can see this. This starts with capital letter, capital letter. As you can see here, this says the lower method returns the strings in lowercase. Okay, now if I should copy this and then come down there, press this here and run it, it will return all, it will return it in lowercase. Okay, this is how it works. Now what if I should turn all this to uppercase? Maybe I just write this, or I'll just do this. Let's see what will happen. If I should run it, you can see here every word that came on uppercase has turned to a lowercase. Okay, you can see here every word there has turned to a lowercase, while here it was specified to be an uppercase. So that is the work of lower. Okay, these are methods and how you can manipulate strings. Okay, now I have turned this into a lowercase. Okay, what if that these words are in lowercase and I wish to turn them into an uppercase? Okay, as you can see here, this is in lowercase, this is in lowercase already. Initially this was said to be a lowercase. Now if I want to turn them into an uppercase, what I have to do is to just remove dot lower and add dot upper. Okay, and add dot upper. Also remember to include this open and close bracket. Okay, now dot upper will turn this to uppercase. You can see here it has turned the output into an uppercase. Even the word which was said to be lowercase here, it has turned it to an uppercase. So that is what dot upper does. So dot lower and dot upper, they are opposites. Lower turns to lowercase and upper turns to uppercase. Okay, there is what we call capitalize. Okay, capitalize, this is a strings method. Okay, capitalize will only return the first letter into a capital letter. Okay, it will only return the first letter into a capital letter. If I should turn this again to just Helen. Okay, let's do this into a lowercase and run it. Okay, it's still on dot upper. Now I want to change this to capitalize. Okay, now if I should run this now, you can see here it has turned every first word, the first word, into a capital letter. That is what capitalize does, is turns the first word into a capital letter. Okay, let's assume that maybe the user enters a number which is not supposed to be. Okay, now you can use the heading, you can use the capitalize to capitalize the first letter of the user's input. Okay, or anything, you can use the heading to capitalize that. So you can use the capitalize to capitalize the first letter. Okay, so that is what it does. Remember, the lower returns to lowercase, upper returns, lower returns all words to lowercase, upper returns all words to uppercase, and then capitalize returns only the first letter into a capital letter. Okay, Lower returns everything to lowercase. Upper returns everything to uppercase. Capitalize returns the first letter to uppercase. Now there is what we call case fold. Okay, case fold. Now this case fold works opposite of capitalize, or not that opposite sha. It returns every small letter to, okay, let's run it so you understand. Case fold. Let's see. As you can see here, I entered this in capital letter, and then it was returned in lower case. Or let's try to do more. Caseful returns every uppercase to lowercase. Okay, you can see here how it does that. Now back to our file. We have seen what is lowercase. It returns every occurrences of uppercase to lowercase. And here you can see the upper method returns the strings in uppercase. Okay, it returns this which is in lowercase to uppercase. Okay, now we have replace method. The replace method replaces a string with another string. Okay, it replaces a string with another string. That is the work of the replace method. Now this is how it works. Here in example, a equals to hello world. Now print a dot replace. A dot replace. Then in bracket you add the word you want to replace. Then with comma as a separator, you add the word you are replacing it with. Okay. So this is how it was. I copy that. Then back here on my this is by the help of the PyCharm I'm using, is trying to explain to me what I mean. As you can see here, there's a word written here, old. This old simply means this is the one you are changing, the old one. And then here, as you can see here, new. Okay, simply means this is the new you are changing. It explains by the help of the PyCharm I'm using. Okay, so a equals to hello world. Now print a dot replace. Then you add the old one you want to replace, then the new you want to change with. Now I want to replace H with J. Now, where is H? The first occurrences of H. Here is the first occurrence of H. I want to replace this H here to J. If I should run that, let's see. You can see here, see the answer. The answer have now turned to Jello word and no more hello world. The word H has been changed with J. Okay, that is what dot replace does. Okay, you can see here. I can just assign it as s equals to, remember variable name could be anything, s equals to a dot replace. Then in bracket you add the old and the new, the word you want to replace and the word you are replacing with. Okay, you can replace like this. Let's see if this will work. Okay, that doesn't, syntax error unmatched. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay, I think I should try again. Code, and then let me check if this will work now. Okay, you can see it has worked. Instead of hello, it has turned to Gilo. Okay, which was what I added here. Before it was he. I removed the hello, hey, and then add the g. So it has changed here. You can do some practicals and practicalize this. You can change the whole words. Okay, just do yours and then see how and how it works and how wonderful it is. So the replace method is used to replace a string with another string. Okay, now we have another method called split. Okay, the split method splits the string into substrings if it finds instance of the separator. Okay, now what this does is that it splits a string into how many parts if it finds instance of the separator, that is what we want it to separate with. Okay, now in here I say a equals to hello world, print a dot split. Then here is the instance of the separator. Wherever you see comma, separate the both. Okay, wherever you see comma, separate the both. Here is the comma. Separate. Once you see comma, separate this. Hello in his part and then word in his part. Okay. Here is it. A equals to hello world. Print a dot split. If I should run this, you can see now it have returned it as a list. Okay, by the presence of it have added this square bracket, which is a list, and then it has separated them with this is another list, this is another list. It has separated them with the instance of comma. Now to understand this more, let us come down here and say it, or let us do it here. Z equals to a dot split, or zy equals to a dot split. Now print z, print y. You can see here hello world was assigned to z, hello was assigned to z, word was assigned to y. Now if I should remove, if I should comment this so that this will not run, I have comment this. Now I'm printing only z. If I should run it, you can see here only hello was printed. What about the word? Word was not printed because I have separated it within this instance of this separator. I use wherever you see comma, separate the words. Save the first one on the first variable and the second one on the second variable, which is what we did here. Z, hello will be saved on Z, and then word will be saved on and word will be saved on Y. That is what we did there. Okay, so I hope you understand it. So split, separate using the instance of separator. Okay, let's check if I can separate this with just a white space. Okay, now let's run it and see. Okay, it's separated. Let me check on this. You can see the instance of separator is just a white space. Okay, because of I added a white space here, it simply means wherever you see a white space, separate the two of them. Okay, now what if I remove this white space from here and then add it here? Let's run it and see what will be the answer. You can see now the first one was assigned to Z and the second one LD was assigned to Y, because that is where the white space is. I have put the instance of the separator, which is the white space. Wherever you see the white space, separate the two of them, save the first one on the first variable and second on the second variable. Now this is where a white space occurs, so it separates the both of them where it finds a white space. This can be anything, it can be anything. Okay, if I should type in I, Will this work? Let us check. I use I an instance of separator. If I should run this, the same thing, it works. Wherever you see I, separate the both of them. So this is how it does. You can separate two different variable, you can separate a string and divide them into how many parts. Okay, so this is how it works. Let me check if this will. Let us check something. Okay, it's separated only two. Okay, voila, this is how it works. Just the splits the strings into how many parts wherever it finds the instance of the separator. So that is what split does. Now I think this is where we're going to end for today. Next we are going to check strings. I'm going to check strings and then do input function. So if you're new to my channel, click on subscribe button and then follow me up for more tutorials. If you're ready to learn Python from beginning to end, I suggest you join our class, our Python class, where you will learn more about Python. Okay. If you haven't watched the first, we have this is the third class. This is the third class of Python. If you have not been following us from the first one, the link will be dropped on the description where you will see the first tutorial, second tutorial, and this is the third tutorial. Okay, thank you guys for being there. Thank you all, and remain blessed.